Welcome to the show, Mr. Father-Son vibe. Listo and Corpse, yeah, we're keeping it alive. Talking movies, board games, video game grind. Two minds combined, sharp wit intertwined. Listo Corpse, where the convo's a feast. From the classics to the new, we're the beauty and the beast. Grab a seat, hit play, let the banter increase. Father and son, we unleash the unleashed. Corpse got the wisdom, the dad jokes galore. Listo bringing heat, young blood never a bore. Controllers and hand dice hitting the floor. Breaking down the lore, always coming back for more. From the screen to the table, we dissect and explore. Hidden gems and blockbusters, legends and the lore. Press start, roll the dice, open up the next door. Father-son duo, never hear you yell and snore. Corpse got the deep cuts, Listo keeps it fresh. Opinions fly sharp like a cinematic sketch. Talking plot twist, Easter eggs, what to digest. A podcast, the quest, every topic gets addressed. Listo Corpse, where the convo's a feast. From the classics to the new, we're the beauty and the beast. Grab a seat, hit play, let the banter increase. Father and son, we unleash the unleashed.
Alright, so Jurassic World Evolutions 2 for the PS4. Another game that I played. You didn't really play this. I kind of did. You hopped in a little bit and checked out what I was doing. Basically what this game is it's for anyone that's played like the SimCity games, or the Tycoon games like Roller Coaster Tycoon or Prison Tycoon.
Like Fortnite and stuff like that. There's like, you could play like, my personal favorite.
Yeah.
Oh, what's it called? Rich Tycoon. Where it's like you gotta build your house. It's like you build like a mansion. And every, like, I don't know, 15 minutes, there's this boss battle. Where you get, like, you have to, like you can upgrade your base, and then you get a gun wall. You have to quickly pick from the guns, and then you go into the thing. You can choose to go through there, or just keep upgrading your base. And if you're the one to kill it, you get, like, I don't know, like $8 trillion. So you can buy anything.
More stuff for your base.
I've never beat the game, because my friends always just back out. I'm like, bro. Because I just spam the baseball bat. It's so annoying because they don't have it. Because it's like on like level 4 of your base. And I always beat them to level 4. I've never lost to level 4. We always do a race. I'm always on level 4 before that. And
what does level 4 give you then? Level
4 gives you another gun wall. You get a gun wall.
And how do you level up your levels?
Well, so you gotta, like levels, like basement level and top floor level and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You gotta like buy it, like get everything on the bottom floor.
Gotcha.
My personal favorite has to be number 3, because you can buy a jacuzzi.
Yeah.
And just watch your friends do it.
So you're building and furnishing a building.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah.
And you can like get this TikTok set up, and like when you just emo and you make a bunch, you gotta get like followers, and then you can buy, and there's also stuff that you have to buy if you have like this amount of followers.
So when I said Tycoon, it reminded you of that, and that's what it's based off of, is these older games that had Tycoon in them. Like I said, Prison Tycoon,
Island Tycoon.
Yeah. There was a movie one as well. You make like a movie studio. Yeah, so anyone familiar with those type of games?
Kind of like this.
In Jurassic World Evolution 2, you're building Jurassic Park. There's a ton of things you have to do in this game, and the campaign kind of slowly throws them at you. By the end of it, it's pretty deep game. And I've never been a huge fan of Tycoon type games, but this one, I haven't played any in over 10 years probably, but this one is the one I think I've had the most fun with out of any type. I have played them in the past, but not really gotten into them and kind of move on to something else right away. This one I thought was pretty interesting. You have to build basically you make fenced in areas, habitats. You bring in dinosaurs through different ways. I'll get into that in a little bit. And then you have to, each enclosure, you have to create a habitat for that type of dinosaur. What type of food it eats, what kind of shelter, what kind of terrain, if it wants water, and what other dinosaurs that it can inhabit this particular enclosure with. If their types of dinosaurs are not compatible together, then you have to make a new enclosure for the next one that you get, the next one you get, the next one you get, and you end up building a massive park. In the game, there's a campaign which is 5 missions, so I was actually able to rip through that pretty good. I did take my time with it, kind of. And then there's a bunch of DLC. The version that I have, I got it free with PlayStation Plus a while back, and it comes with the first DLC. And then there are 2 Jurassic World Dominion DLC packs that I did not get. And I did not actually even finish the first DLC pack.
Did we have a pack for one of these episodes? I don't think we opened a pack.
Yeah, we did in the intro.
Final Fantasy.
Final Fantasy. So I played the whole campaign. I played some of the DLC, and then there's also just a free build that I didn't try. Now that I'm thinking about it, I'm like, I wonder. Every mission that you played, there was kind of a border that you couldn't build outside of. You had a set amount of space for your park. I wonder if the free one you can just make just a endlessly huge, massive park, which would be kind of cool.
But it's a never-ending game.
And then there's a challenge mode too, which I believe is timed.
Dumb.
Which I didn't play that either, even though by the end of the campaign and then the first mission I played in the DLC, I had kind of a routine down where I knew exactly what I needed to do, how much money I needed to keep on hand, because storms show up every once in a while. Some of your dinosaurs get sick, and
the tornadoes are the worst because then you don't know what to do.
Yeah, it damages your park, and then you got to rip around fixing everything, and then dinosaurs escape from their enclosures, and you have to build shelters for all the people visiting your park, and so then you have to open up the shelters. Everyone runs the shelters, and while they're in there, you're not making any money. And then you have to catch the dinosaurs, put them back in. You have to fix their enclosures, and then close the shelter so that everyone comes back out again. So I did get caught at one point where I didn't have enough money on hand, and I got hit by a storm. And next thing I know, I'm just losing money like crazy. And then you can take out a loan, but then the loans can backfire on you as well.
Did you take out a loan?
I did, but I still lost that time, and I ended up. I luckily had a save point from before that, and so I was able to go back and make sure that I didn't spend too much money. I kept about $1.5 million on hand at all times. I would never spend below that, just to have kind of a buffer. So I'll start going through the main campaign, and then that'll kind of, as I'm doing that, I'll be able to kind of talk about all the more finer points of the actual gameplay, because it does get pretty deep as you go into it. I guess one thing I'll say before we get into that, I had the game brought up and now it just disappeared on me. Maybe I can go back to it. Nope, it's gone. The game came out in 2021. Jurassic World Evolution 2. Is there any write-up on here? Jurassic World Evolution 2 is the much-anticipated sequel to Frontiers. That's the company that created it. Groundbreaking 2018 management simulation, Jurassic World Evolution. Offering an all-new narrative campaign voiced by cast members from across the Jurassic World film franchise. Exciting new features, 4 engaging game modes, and an expanded roster of awe-inspiring dinosaurs.
I think this was the last dinosaur game / movie / TV show that came out since the movie that we were talking about.
It came out before, but I think it is the most recent Jurassic Park / World game.
No, I said it's one of the it's the last dinosaur thing that came out since the movie.
Well, the movie
before the movie, sorry.
Right. Yes. Okay, so getting into it, just like that write-up kind of just said, it said voiced by actors from the movie film or the movie franchise. Most notably, Jeff Goldblum. He's kind of, every time you start a new mission, his voice comes on and kind of describes the scenario that you're in. The first mission is in Arizona. You're at a dinosaur welfare facility. You work for Cabot Finch of Fish and Wildlife. You make enclosures for different types of dinosaurs that don't get along. Raptors, Triceratops, Stegosaurus are the three first ones you get. When your dinosaurs get sick, you can hop into one of your helicopters. You have to build a what's it called? A ranger station. The ranger stations have they have jeeps and they have helicopters. You can. This is one of my favorite parts of the game because if you can set up tasks for your ranger station to send them to do certain things, or you can hop right into them and get go into like a first person view driving the vehicles and go do what you need to do. When you get a new dinosaur, you need to go research the dinosaur to see what it needs to be happy. You set up a ranger outpost so that and then assign a ranger patrol to that outpost, and it'll automatically go around doing that. When you first get the dinosaurs, it's nice to just and that's the routine that you get later on. That enclosure you've got before the dinosaurs even show up, you've got a ranger outpost in there and a ranger station assigned to that outpost so that when that dinosaur shows up, someone's going to get on it right away. For the first while, I was hopping right in the Jeep and doing it myself, going out there, pulling out my binoculars, looking at them, getting the research I needed, and then it tells you if the what kind of plants and food, and if it needs more space, all that kind of stuff for the dinosaurs in there. If they get sick, you need to set up a medical station, which also has a helicopter.
Yeah, this game was cool. It was like fun.
Yeah.
It was like cooler Tycoon. I would say it's the worst Tycoon game I've ever heard of, but like still though.
You haven't heard of very many, I don't think.
I played every single Tycoon on Fortnite, and it's like
yeah, you like your Fortnite tycoons, but
yeah, I played Jurassic Tycoon, and it was kind of like this, but you kind of would grab a helicopter and you would go and you would get like a sniper and you would have to shoot them.
Yeah.
And then you would have to do like a kind of like a mini game like in WWE where you have to to grab the briefcase. You have to do like a mini game to see if you can to kind of hook your thing onto it so it brings it.
Yeah.
You have to do a mini game to get it.
Okay, so I bet you they pulled a lot from this game for that game mode.
Because
you have to, if your dinosaurs get sick, you have to go tranquilize them and then send your medical team, your medical staff out to pick up the dinosaur and bring it to the medical center, and then you have to assign scientists. That's another big part of this game, is you have a staff full of scientists, and they do a ton of stuff for you, which I'll get through more of it later, but they have different stats, and so if your dinosaur, let's say your dinosaur needs medical assistance, you would assign the proper scientist to it. It would tell you how much medical stats those scientists need to have for that particular project, and you'd have to then maybe assign more than one scientist to it, maybe just one, depending on the stats of that scientist. And you'd have, I think, at most you could have 8 scientists. Sometimes you had less than that. And so they have medical stats, research stats, and what was the other one? Biology stats, maybe?
And also in the Jurassic World game, it was you had to have at least 4 more people in your lobby to play this game, because you needed people to be the scientists, the guy that drives it. You need 2 helicopter guys.
Oh yeah.
And then you need 1 guy that just does all the dinosaur stuff.
They definitely pulled from this game then.
A little bit.
For sure. They do that a lot though. They do that. They've got Squid Games, I know that. They've got that what's the one where you don't know who the killer is? Murder Mystery. Yeah. I always know who the killer is. I'm just I sit on every map. There's this one spot that I sit on, and I usually sit on the light, and I just sit up there and I watch who's the killer, and I'm like,
just sit there for the whole entire game. I usually just run upstairs for a little bit
Yeah.
and just chill.
So yeah, they that's what Fortnite does. I think they take game modes from other successful things and then just Fortnite it and make it work with Fortnite. And
Yeah, but some creators just do stuff weird. Like
I could see why they took from this one because
it was a good game.
It is a pretty good game.
And they also took a little bit of it from the VR bow and arrow game where you go in the helicopters and shoot it because you could go in because there were some first person parts in helicopters.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was a really fun game. If you play Fortnite, don't really suggest it.
It's not one of your favorite game modes?
It's not really one of my favorite game modes. It's alright if you have like 100 friends or something like that. I suggest it. Just like morally play it more. If you want a tycoon game, play the one I said, Rich Tycoon.
Rich Tycoon.
Or like any of like the Rich Tycoon. Jail Tycoon is a good one. Jail Tycoon. Suggest it because if you like, there's parkour on it. If you like only up. One more game to suggest. That's not really a tycoon game, but it's called Only Up Fortnite, where you go up and you gotta like jump and jump and jump and you gotta try not to fall and try to get like your record and try to get to all the seasons of Fortnite. Yes. So now we can carry on back to Jurassic World Evolution 2.
So yeah, we were talking about the first campaign mission. You have to send expeditions out as well, which is scientists, and they find different dinosaurs around the world, and you can choose which ones you want them to go pick up. Timer runs down, and the dinosaurs show up at your park, so you want to have an enclosure ready for them, fenced in, and you need to power the electric fences and all your buildings as well, so you have generators set up all over the place. Later on, you can set up a power plant, which you don't have to constantly be fueling up, so they don't cost as much money to run a power plant and then just run wires all around your park. But for the first while, you have to use generators, which cover a certain amount of space and and all the fences. If you keep them all connected, they don't have to be within range of the generator anymore, because as long as one section of the fence is, then it powers the whole fence. But you bring in a couple dinosaurs and you just get your park to a certain size and you beat the first mission of the campaign. Level 2, you start an abandoned facility in Washington and build from scratch with 2 raptors walking around. So yeah, you build your enclosures for the raptors and then you just capture those 2 raptors that are right there already. You're sent off to investigate a possible dangerous dinosaur in the area. It's a T-Rex. And you need to build a separate enclosure for that one, or else it'll fight with the raptors, and if the T-Rex dies, which I found out the hard way, you lose that mission. But that is a pretty quick one. Mission 3, you set up central headquarters for captured dinosaurs in Pennsylvania. You get 10 different types of dinosaurs this time. I remember you watching me play this particular mission because I had all these dinosaur enclosures all set up in kind of a circle around all my main buildings, like my ranger station, all those different buildings that you need for operations. And you kept trying to tell me to knock down the fences and just let my T-Rexes just run through all the other different enclosures, which I wanted to kind of do that in I should have just saved a game. I should have just saved a game when I had a huge park built and then did it and then just went back to my save. But that would have been one fun thing to do, I think, is just let your T-Rexes loose. But when you've built up a large park, you don't want to risk ruining your park by doing that, even though it is pretty tempting.
It sounds fun. You should do that. You should just restart the game.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind hopping back in. It's been a little bit since I played it, but
and then just get like a T-Rex and a bunch of other dinosaurs and put the T-Rex in the cage. Just put all the dinosaurs in the same cage. You just let them roll.
Or just like a huge fenced-in area with like a small fenced-in area in the middle. Put the T-Rex in the middle and then just fill up with like herbivores all around it. And though they do fight each other, certain herbivores, but it would be fine. You just keep loading it up, and then just let the T-Rex out eventually.
As soon as you put them all in, just T-Rex would eat them all.
So I said that in the mission 3 is when you kind of start to figure out the motions of how the game works. You send scientists on exhibitions to get dinosaurs. You have a place ready for the dinosaurs when they get there. You check their stats immediately, cure any sicknesses, add food and water and terrain, and repeat. Basically keep doing this over and over and over again. That's the main gist of the game until you get... Oh yeah, you have to make paths to everything too, walking paths that lead up to everything that you have in the game. And you do get more. This was kind of the main rotation of the game, but eventually you get to building a massive park then you need to build attractions and stuff like that. So the main gist of the game, that's how you get your dinosaurs, and that's how you provide for them. That's what you have to do every time you get a new dinosaur. Mission 4, Oregon, reports of flying reptiles. So you build an aviary in this one, which is a enclosed cage with a roof on it and everything, so that you can have pterodactyls and stuff like that. It's the easiest mission in the game. I bet you basically build 2 aviaries and then the mission's over. And I never built another aviary after that again. Mission 5 in California, Yosemite. Large group of wild dinosaurs spotted. Set up a facility to catalog and protect the public. Take photos of 8 different dinosaurs in the area and capture some carnivores. So you don't even really build much of a park for this one. You build a small one, but then you head out on the Jeep and you just start photographing dinosaurs, which you find out is an easy way to make money too. You make for a good photo, you can make over $100,000. So if your park's ever in trouble, you just run around taking pictures of your different dinosaurs and make some quick cash. That is the main campaign right there. Done. Beat. I was like, wow, I ripped through this game, and then I was going to hop into the other game modes, but I saw that I had the Chaos Theory DLC pack. So I started playing that, and the first mission of that is build Jurassic Park. The original Jurassic Park on Isla Nublar. You build Jurassic Park with hatcheries this time. So instead of sending your expedition team out to find dinosaurs around the world, you send them out to find dinosaur fossils around the world, just like in the original game. Because in Jurassic World, there's dinosaurs all over the world, right? Just like the movie that we just watched. But in Jurassic Park, they cloned dinosaurs from old dinosaur DNA. So that's how you do it in this one. You find dinosaur fossils, or you find those mosquitoes and stuff in sap that have dinosaur blood in them, preserved, and you then research different types of dinosaurs. And then when you research these dinosaurs, then you can keep finding more fossils for the same type of dinosaur everywhere else, and doing more and more research so that when you do create your actual dinosaurs, you can modify it so that they have certain temperaments, they don't get sick, they have good appetite.
Dinosaurs get sick.
They definitely get sick in this game. So the whole finding fossils, researching them, and then modifying your dinosaur genes is a pretty technical part of the game. And again, you have to assign scientists to every part of this. So in this part of the game is when you really started wearing your scientists thin. I had so much going on at one time that I didn't have scientists available. I'd kind of have to sit and wait sometimes. And there is a fast forward in the game. You can hit fast forward. So if you're doing some research and all your scientists are being used for something, hit fast forward. And hope for the best. Hope none of your dinosaurs escape or a storm doesn't show up. And
Yeah.
so then what you also have to do with your Jurassic Park is now you can start building attractions and stuff. To beat this mission, you need to make a 5-star park. In order to do that, you need to build hotels. You need to build, what are they called?
Water parks.
Or dinosaur tours. So you build a track inside certain dinosaur enclosures, and you have to build a track that a Jeep will follow, and people can go right in and up close to the dinosaurs. You can build zip lines going over top. So that's what I did for all my herbivore ones. I put in the tours, and then for my carnivore ones, I put zip lines going across them. You have to build washrooms, and the washrooms, when you build them, they show it kind of shows where the traffic is, like where all the people are, and where a washroom is in like a reasonable distance from those areas. So you have to set them up all over, and then different types of amenities like souvenir shops and places you can buy food and water, and those are the main ones.
Like you could buy like A&W or McDonald's or Burger King, something like that.
Yeah, they're not actually named those things, but that's what they basically are. And then you have to modify them for the type of tours that you have too. So put different attractions in your attractions. And eventually you'll get a 5-star park. And this was the most fun mission by far. Doing the expeditions, the research, hatching your own dinosaur eggs. I had certain enclosures that I had 3 different species of dinosaurs in them because they all got along, and that was hard to do in previous missions because there's so many dinosaurs in the game and they're only compatible with certain types. So in this one I was able to really play around with what types of dinosaurs I had.
Yeah.
And I filled that map right up. And so after playing this particular mission, that's kind of where I stopped playing the game, because I really had a routine down. I knew exactly how much money I had to keep on hand. I knew what I needed my people doing. I knew what I needed to have ready for the dinosaurs when they showed up. So my dinosaurs weren't escaping. The main thing was just when a storm would hit, and that was more annoying because I wasn't progressing my park. So I really found that level kind of had everything the game had to offer. I could be wrong. There's still 4 more levels in that DLC, and then there's the Dominion DLC, which is when you start selling dinosaurs. And I didn't do any selling dinosaurs, and I didn't do any like full-on water dinosaur enclosures either. Like with the flying dinosaurs, I had to build the aviary so that they couldn't escape. There are certain aquatic dinosaurs that you need to build huge massive pools for, but I also didn't get to any missions that had that in it. Overall, I had fun with this game. I was talking to one of my buddies about it, and he kind of laughed when I told him what I was playing, and then I saw that he was playing it. That was Hobby.
Wait, you saw that he was playing?
Yeah, I was on my PlayStation the one day, and I saw that he was playing Jurassic World Evolution too. So
You should
I guess
you just send him a PlayStation message. You should be like, I thought you laughed at this game.
Well, no, like he got it because I talked to him for a bit, and I was like, it was kind of cool. It's like a relaxing game to play, but there's a lot to it. Actually, there's a lot to the game. The fact that there's dinosaurs in it make it more interesting than your usual Sims or Tycoon game. And then being able to go into the actual vehicles and get right down on the ground level and photograph your dinosaurs, tranquilize them when you need to, and do research on them when you need to as well. It's a fun game. I would hop back into it, just like you and I were talking about, different, being creative, creating your parks, and then maybe letting the
T-Rex and
T-Rex, your carnivores out
and
just
your
to wreak havoc.
raptors and your stuff like that.
Because there were lots of times when I'd put dinosaurs in that didn't like each other and they'd fight each other. So
I remembered when you put like one of the Jeeps came in and like I forget what dinosaur it was, but they all like teamed up and was attacking the thing.
They attacked the Jeep, yeah.
And then you had to bring in like a helicopter and shoot them all.
Sometimes, yeah. Or yeah, when the storms come and they break out and then there's people just running everywhere, just like in the movies. They're all trying to flee, and then you gotta build the shelters for them. You gotta open up the shelters and then lock everybody down and then go tranquilize those dinosaurs and get them back in their cages.
If a dinosaur like escaped and was chasing someone, I would sue them. I would sue them for money.
Yeah, you lose money when the dinosaurs get out. You don't want that, and then your stars go down, and then less people want to come there, and your money doesn't go up. You need money to do anything in this game, and I didn't really have a shortage of money very often. Oh, that was one thing. I guess you got to build viewing areas on every single cage, and the viewing area shows you where they can see, and you need to like maybe set up multiple viewing areas in a certain enclosure just so that they can see that a dinosaur is viewable from at least one viewing area at all times, because that makes the rating of your park go up, and you bring in more money the more dinosaurs that are can actually be viewed at one time. Yeah, overall, like I said, I'm not a huge Sims guy, but this one I had fun with, and I recommended it to a buddy. I now obviously I had a good enough opinion about it that he started playing it too.
And now you should tell more friends to play it.
Maybe I moved on. I played on the MetaQuest VR. I played the Jurassic Park game on that, which I thought was terrible. You drop down in a helicopter in Jurassic Park, and the facility's been taken over by dinosaurs, and you basically just like run around pushing buttons, and then eventually you start hiding from a raptor, but you're just hiding in closets and under desks and stuff like that, and you never fight back. It's not an action game, it's a hide game. And
Hide and seek?
I looked up some stuff on it, like a trailer and stuff like that, and people were crazy for this game when it first came out, and like everybody loved it, and I don't know, I thought that game was terrible. I played that one, and then I played that Dino Habitat VR game.
Ew, we don't even have to.
Which is kind of like Jurassic World Evolution, because you build a dinosaur habitat, you have to build the trees and the food, and you like go around petting your dinosaurs, and then they start pooping, and they use the poop as fertilizer for the mushrooms that fertilize the plants that you grow in the area. And that was just a chill game in VR. Not anything amazing. I didn't hate it though. Like I really didn't like that Jurassic Park game. And then I played, what was it? Something Prey. What was it? I can't remember. Maybe I'll talk about that one when we do the other dinosaur movie that's coming out in a month or so.
We'll do it with this game that he's not finished yet. It's called Turok.
And I've been playing some Turok, so I'll match Turok with that Vietnam dinosaur movie coming out later this month. We'll have Turok and that VR game that I was playing that I can't remember the name right now, but you're a dinosaur hunter, and like for sport.
Oh yeah, and you go in that helicopter and you go shooting them.
You've got a bow and arrow.
Yeah.
Which also has grappling arrows on it, so you can grapple away from. I don't know. I'll talk about it another time. That one was kind of fun. It's probably my favorite out of the 3 dinosaur VR games that I played on the MetaQuest 3S. That is basically my review of Jurassic World Evolution 2.
And that is the final of the episode.
That's the end of the episode.
This is going to be our 3rd episode.
What are we doing next?
Well, we haven't really thought of it.
Yes, we have.
Oh yeah, it's probably going to be Twisted Metal.
Season 1.
Season 1. And Twisted Metal, the game number 1.
The original Twisted Metal game that has been released on PS4, but it is the original game.
Not that good.
Well, it's old.
It was really old. And then now that Season 2's out, we'll pair it with the game number
Twisted Metal 2.
Because
we've already finished Twisted Metal Season 1, and Twisted Metal Season 2 just came out, and we want to hop into that.
I've been asking him for so long, but he wanted to do a podcast before we watch it.
I don't want to get the seasons mixed up. I want to have our fresh take on Season 1 before we watched any of Season 2. But yeah, no, I want to record that because I want to get into that. I want to start watching that. Me and you have been having a lot of fun with that.
I love Twisted Metal. Probably my favorite.
So, thanks for tuning into our show. This was episode 3 of hopefully many more to come.
Like, we might have more than... We will go on this podcast as long as we want. And you guys, once we're done all these ones that we have, we'll start doing fan suggestions.
I would love fan suggestions. That's a good point. Email us at ListoCorps@hotmail.com.
Or on YouTube.
Comment on our YouTube videos.
Yeah.
leave us a comment there. We check those all the time.
And
Give us a like, give us a subscribe. We're on Spotify. We are on
Instagram
at ListoCorps. Follow us on there. Send us a message on there. We'd love to hear from everybody. And hopefully you tune in next time.
And we still haven't done the final thing yet. We've been wanting to do this. I said it on the World of Warfare episode that I promise you I will put those glasses on and walk around. I promise
Maybe
you.
we should go do that right now.
I promise you I'll do that.
Okay, let's do that right now. Thanks for tuning in, and see you next time.
Peace.
Welcome to the show, Mr. Father-Son vibe. Listo and Corpse, yeah, we're keeping it alive. Talking movies, board games, video game grind. Two minds combined, sharp wit intertwined. Listo Corpse, where the convo's a feast. From the classics to the new, with the beauty and the beast. Grab a seat, hit play, let the banter increase. Father and son, we unleash the unleashed. Corpse got the wisdom, the dad jokes galore. Listo bringing heat, young blood never a bore. Controllers and hand dice hitting the floor. Breaking down the lore, always coming back for more. From the screen to the table, we dissect and explore. Hidden gems and blockbusters, legends and the lore. Press start, roll the dice, open up the next door. Father-son duo, never hear you yell and snore. Corpse got the deep cuts, Listo keeps it fresh. Opinions fly sharp like a cinematic sketch. Talking plot twist, Easter eggs, what to digest. A podcast, the quest, every topic gets addressed. Listo Corpse, where the convo's a feast. From the classics to the new, with the beauty and the beast. Grab a seat, hit play, let the banter increase. Father and son, we unleash the unleashed.